Hello and welcome to Man Cave Media. On this channel I talk about beer, sneakers, tech, and toys. If you're new here, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Also, please connect with me on social media. I'm on Instagram at media.mancave and on Facebook and Twitter at mancavemedia.org. And finally, if you enjoy listening to podcasts, please check out the League of Sedentary Gentlemen. We're available wherever you get your podcast or direct from our website at man-cave-media.org. Alright, I went and bought myself a new toy. Let's check it out. Alright, so friends and family and subscribers of this channel, you realize that I do have a lot of different hobbies. Most of them I talk about on this channel, but there are a few that I don't. And one of those hobbies that I don't discuss a lot on my channel is RC cars. And the reason for that, really for RC cars in particular, is I don't really spend a lot of money and do a lot of stuff, you know, with the RC cars. Once I buy them and I play with them and I enjoy them, but I don't really upgrade them that often. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and I'll get into that a little bit too in this video, but mostly, you know, I just drive the cars around. We have a small street, and you know, I don't really have a desire to break any land speed records with my RC cars. It's just something that I just enjoy tooling around with and messing with the toy cars. And so currently I have a really old Tamiya mini chassis with a Mini Cooper frame, Mini Cooper shell. But when I was a kid, my dad bought me a Blackfoot, I think also made by Tamiya. I think I could be mistaken there, but the big black truck with the red frame, it was pretty popular back in the 80s and 90s. And he also bought me the Lunchbox, the van version of it was like a monster truck, but it was a van shell. And that was kind of a gateway drug for me, in a way. Going through my late teens, I kind of, it was whatever, I wasn't really into it. But going into my early 20s, my cousin kind of had a connection with somebody that worked at a hobby shop, and I kind of got back into it. And that's where I got the Tamiya, I'm not saying that right. And that's where I got the Mini Cooper, the mini chassis with the Mini Cooper shell. And then later on in life, I got back into it with the Hoonicorn. So I'm a big fan of Hoonigan and a big fan of Ken Block, and I love the Hoonicorn. That car is just insane. And so when HPI made the Hoonicorn RC, that relit the flame, right, so to speak. And so I actually have the Hoonicorn. This is the RC that I play with probably the most. And that leads me to this purchase, the Hoonitruck. So Hoonigan once again teamed up with an RC maker to make a 110 scale version of one of their cars. Previously, they teamed up with HPI. This time, they teamed up with Team Associated, or Associated Electrics, for the Hoonitruck. And as soon as I saw that this was going to be released, they did a couple of teasers on Instagram and on their YouTube channel. And as soon as I saw this coming down the pipe, I knew I had to have it. And so I started looking for pre-sales immediately. Sorry, this is kind of a big box. And as soon as it went on sale, since I signed up for the notifications on Team Associated's website, I was able to purchase it ahead of release day. There were a couple other websites I noticed that had pre-orders, but I went straight to Team Associated and pre-ordered it, and here it is. It actually shipped out on Monday. It only took a day to get here, which I think Team Associated is in Orange County somewhere. Woo, my goodness. All right, so in the box, before we get to the truck itself, we have what looks to be some spare parts. And then the radio. Ooh, uh-oh, dropping stuff. So here's the radio. This is my first Associated Electrics RC, so I'm not that familiar with this brand. But I mean, I know that they're a fairly well-known brand anyway. What did I drop? Let's see. Oh, that's not good. An empty Ziploc bag. Maybe this is supposed to be in there. Not sure. Whoops. Let's go ahead and put this stuff back in the box. Let's get the truck out. I'm sure they got it pretty well secured. Man, this thing is cool. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. We got zip ties. Oh, underneath more goodies I found underneath the RC. Looks like some stickers and a Team Associated catalog. That's cool. Get the scissors and get these zip ties off. Now this is only going to be an unboxing. No action shots of the truck because when I ordered it, they do have an option to include a LiPo battery, but it also comes with a charger, and I have plenty of chargers. I don't need another one. But I didn't realize that the speed control on this guy has a Dean's connector, and I don't have any LiPo batteries or nickel metal hydrate batteries for that matter with Dean's connectors on them at the moment. And so I'll have to run to the hobby shop near my work and grab some batteries before I can play with this guy. I didn't realize that. Otherwise, it may have swayed me to take that option for the battery, even though I don't need a charger. But anyhow, here it is. And this thing is a beauty. My goodness. Very good detail on the body. Just really good job with this thing. So, of course, it's all painted already. All the stickers are already applied. So you don't have to do any of that. It is ready to run out of the box. Just throw a battery in it. Oh, that was kind of unsatisfying, but ready to run out of the box, throw a battery in it, and enjoy just like the Hoonicorn. Some details on the outside. I mean, it's got the turbo sticking out of the hood. That's awesome. That's one of the features I love about the actual Hoonitruck. Let's get underneath the chassis here. Oh man, my goodness. That one was in there. Let's see if this one's as hard. Yeah, jeez. My goodness. So just an FYI, the body clips out of the bag, I think it has something to do with these protective covers they put so that it wouldn't scratch the body. But they're really hard to get off for the first time. Anyway, I hope that's not a thing. I have other body clips I can use if these become a problem. But yeah, those were on there really tight. I don't know why. Moving on, I'm gonna assume the back ones are just as tight. No, this one, so it's just the front ones for some reason. We're really tight. Yeah, both of the back ones were pretty loose. So just the front ones, I'm not sure why. Let's get this plastic protection off here. Have a look. All right. So we have a ReadyPower Sport 550 brushed motor and the Reedy SCS00X speed control. Looks like an exposed drive line. This is an all-wheel drive. So exposed drive line, The radio is in a housing, so it is at least partially waterproof. That looks like a pretty hefty sized motor. I don't know what kind of speed they guarantee, or I guess I shouldn't use the word guarantee. I don't know what kind of speed they expect you to hit out of the box. Sorry, I did not do my homework. I imagine it's going to be somewhere in the area of like 20 miles an hour, kind of like the Hoonicorn. The Hoonicorn from HPI is also brushed, and it does like 21, 22 with a LiPo battery. Yeah, they don't have it listed anywhere on the box, so I'm not sure what speed they were expecting to run on this. I'll have to hit it with some GPS and do a run with it. Anyhow, moving on. So, as I mentioned, the Reedy Sport 550 brushed motor. There's your speed control, Dean's connector. And then you have these 2 Velcro straps here to hold the battery down. There's the radio in there. And that is pretty much it. Exposed driveline. The Hoonicorn, the HPI chassis that the Hoonicorn is based on, has an enclosed driveline. This one is exposed. So it has sealed front and rear diffs. It says injected molded brake calipers. Oh, that's cool. So it has like it has mock brake calipers and rotors behind the wheels. That's pretty neat. Pretty cool effect. Steel dog bones and steel drive axles. Let's see. It has full metal ball bearings. That's cool. Save you some time and some money. That's usually a first upgrade for most of these ready-to-run kits, but this comes with bearings. So it says it has an aluminum motor plate. So the outer housing is plastic. It must be aluminum underneath. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it through the plastic. It's got a aluminum motor plate. That's cool. It has adjustable shock mounts. So that's very similar to the Hoonicorn. The Hoonicorn also had adjustable shock mounts. So these are oil-filled shocks, and the shocks have bleeder screws on them. So that's pretty cool. These feel really good. Really nice. Yeah, really nice. I dig it. Molded one-piece tie rods. And molded one-piece steering links. The battery box on here looks like it's a shorty. And it's because of where they mounted the radio, it is not adjustable to fit larger packs. Just an FYI. So obviously it also has the adjustable mounts on the inside, so you can raise the body up a little bit. And I mean, that's pretty much it. The bottom feels like it's aluminum. The skid plate underneath, yeah, that feels aluminum. There's a little bit of oil on the bottom. I think maybe one of the shock towers was leaking a little bit. Maybe, I'm not sure. That could just be left over from manufacturing. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's a good looking RC. It's a perfect starter kit if you have a friend or family member, a kid, son or daughter who is into Hoonigan and likes the Hoonicorn or the Hoonitruck. This would be an excellent starter kit. Looks like it'd be, a solid foundation to upgrade upon. Let's compare this to the Hoonicorn really quick. My original favorite. So as I said before, the Hoonicorn also comes brushed. I actually have, I bought, and it just happens to be sitting back here on my workbench. I bought years ago the Flux brushless system for this chassis, for the HPI RS Sport chassis. And I just haven't gotten around to installing it. Like I said, I'm not really I'm not really too concerned with setting any speed records with these things, but moral of the story is, had I not been lazy and got around to installing the brushless system in the Hoonicorn, I'd have a LiPo battery with a Dean's connector. So don't be lazy, kids. Now I gotta wait to play with my new toy. And this is the motor that comes with it. I mean, if you're into RC cars, you've already seen this. This has been out forever. But this is the Flux brushless. It is the MMH-4000. And this will be going into my Hoonicorn soon enough to make it a brushless setup. That being said, let's go ahead and compare these two. So as I mentioned before, the biggest difference I noticed right off the bat is the Hoonicorn has the sealed drive shaft. You access it from underneath. You can access it from the top as well when you take these screws off, but that's how you get quick access to the drive line, is actually on the bottom. This is based on the HPI RS4 Sport 3, I think is what it is, the chassis. And it was also brushed from the factory. It did have an aluminum motor plate as well. And let's see, metal drive lines, metal sealed diffs. And the only thing I don't remember off the top of my head if this had bearings in it or not. I think it does. I think it did come with bearings from the factory. And the radio is also sealed, so it is partially waterproof. But this will take the larger battery pack. It also has one single Velcro strap to hold the battery down. But currently the brush system has the old Tamiya connector. So that's what the majority of my batteries are. I have a couple of small packs that are mini Deans, but I don't have any full-size Deans at the moment. I had one. Once upon a time, I converted my Mini Cooper to Dean's connectors, and I had one, but it wasn't a LiPo. It was nickel metal hydrate that I also converted over to Dean's, but that battery pack has long died, and I don't run the Mini Cooper enough. I just never got around to buying another battery for it. And so, yeah, I'm gonna have to go out and get myself some batteries. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get some close-ups and some side-by-sides of the Hoonitruck next to the original Hoonicorn, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. All right, before I cut away for close-ups, one thing I forgot to talk about was the radio. My bad. So it comes with the team associated XP120, and I mean it looks like a pretty decent radio for a ready-to-run kit. It's got a fair amount of adjustment on the top there, and I mean if build quality seems pretty good. It's a little bit far away from the trigger. The steering is a little bit far away from the trigger, I should say, to do a one-handed. That's unfortunate. I'll have to use two hands with this guy, but I do prefer to do use one hand where possible. But yeah, it's too far away. My thumb's too short for that. But anyways, yeah, decent radio in the box. My thoughts on it overall, I mean, it looks like it's going to be pretty fun. It's very good build quality, very good detail on the body. And like I said, it's a very good platform for somebody who wants to get into RC cars. Solid platform, ready to run out of the box, just add a battery. And you've got, I mean, you can play with it as is. I'm sure it's plenty fun. But then you've got a lot of expandability options. You can upgrade it to brushless. You could change the gearing. And you can go out and set all the land speed records you want with this little guy. Overall, just an awesome RC. And I look forward to going and grabbing some batteries and getting this thing out on the street. I can't wait. Also, one other thing I forgot to mention, retail for this guy was $385 for just the truck and the radio. And if you wanted the battery and the charger, that would have run you $455. Again, I made a mistake. I should have opted for the battery, and even though I don't need another charger, but at least I would have been able to run it right now and get some footage of that, but it is what it is. But anyways, it's currently sold out at Team Associated. You could check around and see if it's available in other places. I know the Hoonicorn, when it came out, I had a fair amount of trouble trying to get one. They sold pretty quickly, and I had to rely on eBay, and luckily I didn't pay any penalties for that. I was able to get it for retail, but they did sell fairly quickly, and I expect this did the same. It was probably a pretty hot item, a limited item too at that. But good luck to you. I'll post the original link that I had to purchase this truck, because they do still have the button highlighted to put yourself on the list for notification if they ever get more in stock. So at least you can put yourself on the list, sign up for an account. That's how I got mine, and so maybe you might get lucky. They'll hit a restock or something. Other than that, I mean, check eBay. I don't recommend paying a scalper, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Retail, well, like I said, was $389. So try not to pay too much over that. But anyways, solid truck. Highly recommend it, especially for first timers or fans of Hoonigan and Ken Block. I couldn't recommend it more. Very good truck. All right, that's all I have for this one. Thank you again for stopping by. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great afternoon, and like always, thank you for watching.